We don't seem to grieve unjust death equally anymore, and that should deeply trouble Christians. So let me be very specific about what I'm talking about. In 2017, Justine Damon, an unarmed woman in Minneapolis, was shot and killed by a police officer after she called 911 for help. She was in pajamas, posed no threat, and the officer was later convicted for what he did. Yet there were no riots, no national protests, and no media meltdown. Fast forward to today, and we see the killing of Renee Good during an ICE enforcement encounter, a case that is still under investigation where video footage shows her refusing commands and driving forward. Yet outrage exploded immediately, before facts were settled and accountability was even determined. That contrast is what I'm addressing. As a Christian, I support law enforcement because God values order and the restraint of evil. But supporting law enforcement does not mean excusing wrongdoing. And demanding accountability does not mean assuming guilt before the facts are known. Both are biblical and both matter. What really concerns me is how selective our outrage has become. When outrage depends on politics or identity instead of truth, justice stops being about righteousness and starts being about narrative. Scripture warns us about this. Proverbs says unequal weights and measures are an abomination to the Lord, and that applies morally, not just economically. When we weigh deaths differently based on ideology, we are using unequal moral scales. The Bible also warns against answering a matter before hearing it fully. Yet our culture rushes to judgment faster than ever, especially when the media amplifies emotion over facts. Christians should be the loudest voices calling for truth, restraint, and consistency, grieving every unjust death, demanding accountability where it's warranted, and refusing to participate in chaos or mob judgment. This isn't about picking sides. It's about choosing truth over tribe, biblical justice over emotional outrage, and consistency over hypocrisy. If this encouraged you, subscribe for more truth each week. I'm Arch Kennedy, bold, unfiltered, and unafraid.